Hey everyone, it's Coach Renee, and welcome to April 2022. Can you believe it? And I'm bringing to you now the forecast for the energy for the month of April. And it's all about evolving. And I had to write down some notes. I'm going to refer to those. But it's all about evolving. If you were as a matter of review, in March we were talking about coming out of the comfort zone, right? And unlearning the things that we learned from wounded people, right? We did some unveiling and all of that. And now moving into 2022, moving into April 2022, it's all about evolving. It's a gradual development. And since we've laid aside some weights, we're refilling or filling those wells in our life with gradual development. We're taking small concepts that or thoughts that we used to have, and we're seeing them in a different way. It's not that things are becoming so grand, but we are being transformed by the renewing of our mind. And that sometimes can leave us feeling a little uncomfortable, right? But because we've already kind of talked about last month, and you can go back and look at those videos about being comfortably uncomfortable, we understand that when we release the outcome, God does the rest. So we're comfortable in allowing God to do what God does, but it may feel a little uncomfortable because we don't know the outcome. So this month is all about gradually developing, and in some cases, redeveloping how we think. All right. So there's 3 points that I want to share with you. The first point is if we're going to evolve, we have to allow ourselves to experience joy in every now moment. And what does that simply mean? That just simply means that it's time for us to begin to apply gratitude in our current situations to see that they're not happening to us but for us, and that as we see that and we apply that to our lives, we are able to release the outcome. And when we do that, we also release the weights or relieve the weights that we carry around for things that we cannot control, right? So using joy, because as we begin to love ourselves and give ourselves what we need and fill our own cups, then not only are people getting the benefit of the overflow, we are now creating boundaries. And in every now moment, we stop, we look, and we listen to ensure that we're in the right place, in the right time, putting our own oxygen mask on so that we are filling ourselves up before we give ourselves away to other people. And the second thing is just to be mindful of the triggers that may resurface. If since we are coming out of these belief systems, these paradigms, that things are always going to come back up to ensure that we have fortified our belief systems or our new way of thinking, right? So don't be so hard on yourself. Understand that you're going to be triggered by some things, but it's okay because this is how we are doing what? We're evolving. We're developing gradually. And so as things come up or resurface, use your wellness tools, right? Know that you are being led and guided by the transforming of your mind into all things. And what that's going to do on the third thing, and the third point, is to give us courage. When you weren't able in the past to say no, you now are able to say no. You are now able to know what it is that you want, right? Because you're fortifying your boundaries. You're able to see what works for you right now, and you're able to say no or say yes or find your voice. In your solar plexus energy, you are able to be courageous and stand in your own self-worth. And from that point, you begin to evolve every day. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Moving into the month of April 2022, remember we are evolving. And that's going to help us to find joy. That's going to help us to stand in our lane right? And it's going to help us to acknowledge our triggers and not be so hard on ourselves and to cultivate joy. Hope that helps. And don't forget to mirror you. Be balanced, be inspired, and continue to grow.